Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about some of the best horror games I've played in the past 12 months. As I'm recording this, it's Halloween tomorrow, which is my favourite day of the year. I've played a lot of horror games in the last 12 months and they've been really fun. They've been terrible. And when I say that a game has been terrible and good, that means that they have scared the pants off me. So I'm going to try and get as many as I can in. We're going to keep it at 10 though. But here we go. I played Granny at the beginning of this year. Granny 3, sorry. Haven't even played the first two. Didn't even know there was a first two. It's a very funny game. And it did get some good scares out of me. Made me very stressed. Made me laugh while I was doing it. Didn't have as much intense atmosphere as some other games do, which was nice. The reason that I'm putting it on this list is because of the ending. It's not the canon ending or the actual ending, but it's the ending that I got, and I hold that as canon. The ending that I got, you have so many times, you get a period of days and you have to escape. I didn't escape because I didn't know what I was doing. I was very confused and I was very lost. I just kept getting whacked. Actually, just kept getting whacked. Oh, fuck. If you don't get out in a certain amount of time, they will lock you in a car and blow the car up. And it is so funny. It made me laugh so much. And that's why I would recommend you play it. It's so funny. It did get me a couple of times. I kept seeing the granny and I was like, ah! I just would haul ass the other way, but I had no idea what I was doing. Very confused the whole time. Next is Little Nightmares. Little Nightmares is an incredibly creepy game. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's scary. There is definite times where I was scared, but it's more stress and kind of creepy atmosphere. It's basically trying to navigate your way through a very creepy world where everything is trying to eat you. Everything's just trying to eat you, and you are very small and everything else is so big. I got stressed a lot when I was being chased, which led to me being eaten a lot. So there would be times where I'd be like, oh no, this is happening again. It was really fun. I really enjoyed playing it. It was a very nice game to play. I enjoyed playing it. I'm currently playing through Little Nightmares 2, so I'll let you know how that one goes. Quick, get down! Oh, I got fucking killed. I've been eating a lot, so it's, keeping the theme, which is nice. Next up is The Quarry, a game by Supermassive Games. They have a great track record. Probably higher on this list because I played it Until Dawn, and that really got me a lot. I don't think this one scared me as much. I kind of played these in the past, and it was very much I just don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to kill everyone, which is what I've always done. I'm terrible with the QTEs. The accessibility on them was really good as well. You could slow the QTEs down, which was someone like me who has very slow reflexes. I know not everyone is into that kind of stuff, but it's very helpful for me. So not everyone died immediately. And it was interesting to see that you would make a decision and then an hour or two later it would affect you again. And I thought that was really impressive. It's kind of like you're at a summer camp. Something's happening, but you're not really sure what. I don't care what anyone says. This all happened because of one person's just not clever choices. So he was very much a person that I was like, not bothered what happens to you. You don't make good choices, so I won't make good choices for you. It did get me a couple times, but the story was really good. Next up is Man Medan. That scared me quite a lot. Pretty much everyone died. And again, I think I played that before The Quarry. So it was interesting to see that a decision that I made relatively close to the beginning of the game helped me out at the end. Because I've seen other people play through it. Obviously, everyone makes different choices, which is kind of nice. Everyone gets a unique playthrough of it. It helped me towards the end. So I let one person survive, which was so nice of me. Everyone else died, and it scared me quite a few times as well because it was a locker and I leaned into my screen to see what was going on. Something is going to scare me. Something is going to scare me. Oh, you fucker! It scared me. Really did. That was it got me good. Next up is Alien Isolation. I enjoyed Alien Isolation up to a point. The beginning is so intense. I'd say probably like the first 2 or 3 hours really very stressful. You die a lot. I've put it kind of like halfway because it did scare me a lot. It scared me a lot. But I kind of got to a point and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna finish the game now. This is it. This feels like a good point to finish the game. And then I'd play for another 2 hours. And it really frustrated me. I thought I'd done it. And then it kept going and kept going. And then there was a part towards the end that was very stressful. But yeah, it just went on a bit too long for me. I played Alien Isolation a few years ago and I was too afraid and it kept scaring me and couldn't get past like certain points because it kept dying, and out of frustration I was like, I'm gonna stop playing it. So I was quite proud to finish it this time. I was like, I've done one for myself, which was very nice. I'm glad I finished it. Next is an oldie but a goodie. Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I'd never played that because I was too afraid to play that. Honestly, I watched YouTubers play it when it initially came out, and it came out in like 2014, a long ass time. So I really set myself a goal. I really wanted to play it. It's on my list that I've always wanted to play, but I've always been too afraid to play it. There were so many points that I was just like sat in the corner of a room, like facing the wall, hoping not to get eaten. I'm afraid of the dark as it is. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I'm afraid of the dark. Your character is afraid of the dark as well, and that plays a lot into it. It distorts the vision. So as someone who is afraid of the dark, it did not help. It made it worse. It made it so much worse. Oh, it scared me. Specifically, when you're in the prison, and that gets really dark, and you go in between each prison cell, and you're having to find a way like to get through it. Awful, but great, fantastic, 10 out of 10. But it was really good. I think I got the bad ending. I'm not 100% sure. I got a ending, but everyone told me it was the bad ending. I'm so glad I played it. I haven't played the other two. I haven't played the second and the third one. I'm excited. I do want to play the second one because I've heard that one's even better. The next couple are within the same universe. So the Resident Evil franchise. I had never played any of the Resident Evil until this year. I might have played like some as a kid, but very casually on other people's PlayStations, stuff like that. I've never owned a copy of any Resident Evil game until this year. Played them in a bit of a funny order. But next is number 2. And number 2 was really good. It can be quite claustrophobic sometimes, which was really fun in the worst possible way. But it was those times that I'd hear something, I'd be like, something's coming. And I'd turn around and get punched in the face by Mr. X. And every single time I'd be like, why am I like this? Why am I like this? But yeah, there was a couple times the lockers, they opened up and something fell out. I really enjoyed it though. Next is Resident Evil 8 Village. This was what got me in Resident Evil. Like I said, I'd never played any of them before, and it was such a good way to get into the Resident Evil fan base. I'm a fan. I'm a fan now. I've played 3 of them. Like I said, they're in very funny order. I played 8, 7, 2. I'm yet to play 3 yet, and I'm looking forward to 4. The start off where you're kind of going through that really dark forest, that was very creepy. And I was like, oh god, I'm gonna die. Something's gonna jump out at me. I was just waiting for it, and nothing did. But it really grabbed me, that game, and I'm so glad that I got it and got into this like amazing franchise. But the worst part of this game was by far the dollhouse. Scared the bejesus out of me. That thing is dark, it's coming at you, and you have nothing. They take your weapons away and you are on your own. So I did not enjoy it, but it was so good. It was horrible in the best way. Out of all of the Resident Evil games I've played so far, Resident Evil 7 is the best. It scared me so much, so much, There was so many points in which it scared me so bad. I would say every point in that game, every section of that game scared me without fail. I remember specifically one part with the mum, and she like jumps out at you, and that scares me. When Mia jumps out of nowhere, scared the life out of me. I wouldn't say this is necessarily like a scary part, but the bit where you're with the brother and you're in that like kind of like puzzle thing, you're supposed to put a code in, and then he's going tick tock, tick tock. Someone in chat just said move, and I just read that and was like, what? And that was too late. It's too late.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
What is it? Move. So yeah, I really love Biohazard, and they did such a good job, and it really did. It got me on so many points. Resident Evil now is a franchise that I look at and I have like fond memories of, which is very nice, especially because it's taken me so long to get into it. And last but not least is a game that I played as a demo first, and the demo scared me so bad. What are you? This game came out in August. It scared me so bad I was like, I'm gonna save it for Halloween. And I played it recently on stream. Part of the scariness of it is that you initially get left on your own, and then you are told, right, you need to figure out which one of these bodies is a demon. And you get given a lot of like reading to do. And that initially, you are limited with the time that you have. You have 2 hours to do all the examinations and figure out which one is the demon. And if you're doing that on your own for the first time and reading all that text in between, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. I think there's 5 endings. I might be wrong on that, but there is multiple endings that you can get. I got a bad one. I'm not too bothered about that. I got a bad ending. That's fine. My first one. But someone said, like, when you hear the music, you need to run. You need to panic and run. So I was plotting away. Right, we know which one it is. Gotta do this. Gotta do that. And the music started. And I was like, oh, burn the body. And bad ending. So, if you do play it on stream, listen to chat. They probably know what's I mean, in every situation I've noticed that chat knows what's best, so I just should learn and listen to them. But yeah, I really panicked. The demo really scared me. It made me make a noise I've not made since. But it is a very creepy, unsettling, kind of like, you don't know how to trust what's happening on screen. You don't know if something's actually happening. You don't know if you're imagining it. Like, it's very strange. It's very good. I do have some honorable mentions. I have 3. One of them is Subnautica. I haven't played this in a while, purely because I'm afraid of deep open water. And that game is just deep open water. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm genuinely really scared. So I was very happy swimming in my little coral, building my little house. That was great. All about that. 10 out of 10. And then people told me I actually had to go out and, explore, and I really didn't want to do that. Nothing particularly terrifying happened, but it's just my fear. Constantly, whenever I went into like an open water, I would like, something's gonna eat me. Something is going to eat me. Next is Silent Hill 2. I played Silent Hill 2 recently. Never played it before. And it was good. It was stressful. I was confused a lot of the time. I needed a playthrough because I got to a point I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I got lost a lot. I wouldn't say it not like necessarily scared me. I think it probably did a couple of times. It got very intense a couple of times. I was trapped in a room and things were like coming at me from the top. It was very intense. And finally is At Dead of Night. Whoever made that game really knew that they were just going to terrorize some people. It scared me so bad. I don't think I played like an hour of it because I was just, he's there. Oh, did you see him? No. Oh, maybe he's not. I had multiple people say, don't play this game because you will not be able to do it. And they were right. I just didn't listen. I don't think I'll ever play again because I don't think I'll be able to. It's very much like a point and click, you don't really have, I think that was the worst part of the, if you click one way, you are going that way and you have to click back to get back. And that stressed me out. So if you really want a game that is very much going to stress you out, A Dead of Night. That is my list. I really hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what your favourite horror games are, and if you agree with me on any, if I've missed any that you think should be on this list. And I'll see you next time. I hope you have a magical week, a magical day, magical everything. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.